So now we have audio. And
all right, let's rock and roll, kid. Me.
Oh, let me hit my dukes.
Yeah, my dukes.
It's not yet on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, it
how
is.
sticky is the rice? Did you put salt and pepper in that shit?
I put salt in it and butter in it.
My G.
There you go.
All right.
There's 3 people watching already.
Word.
What up, though?
What up, though? What's up with y'all out there? Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the delay. You know, we had some technical difficulties. And
We don't have technical difficulties. We're just getting ready. That's all.
That's all.
Hi, people.
I was trying to be nice. But it's all good. But yeah, as you see, we out here representing number 7. You know, the most hated number in America right now for some reason. I don't know why. But it is what it is.
Did you say that in front of an upside down flag? That's
Yeah, I did. You know, I mean, but until we get it right, we'll drape it correctly. That's all I'm saying. That's my purpose.
Correct.
But
Correct.
this is
Random Tuesdays. I am your girl, Kelvis Freshly. This guy right here is Soul Brother number 1, and this dude right here is Trill Huxtable. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, your mom's inbox, Facebook.
tell your mom to
email
stop
us.
sliding our DMs.
For real, we are your mom's favorite host.
I like your mom, so she can still slide in mine.
We are your mom's favorite host. So, yeah, we are going to talk about our trip to DC, but let me give y'all an introduction to our first official crew.
Hold on, first of all, I want to give a shout out to L.A. Lindsay. She's the first one always commenting this shit.
First.
I think she might be the first official chef of Random Tuesdays. No disrespect to Ashley B, but
That's old. That's her
it?
last one from our last show, remember?
Oh well, never mind.
Oh, never mind. You were first last time. But
Okay, so back to my introduction of our first official crew member.
Mm-hmm.
It was the person behind all of our awesome ass camera work.
100%.
Can I get a drum roll, drummer? Her name is Blair On Air. She is the bomb, and y'all gonna want her real name. This
In the
is my
building.
sister. And it's in the building. She did all of our camera work for our video. She is a road warrior, bro. She drove 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 was
Both ways. Like, it was just nothing.
No coffee, though.
No coffee. No
I don't
drugs.
think you had coffee. Did you have
I
coffee?
didn't have coffee.
No
You
Red
had
Bull.
coffee.
She was on nature. You know.
She said she was
is
on
good to
nature.
me.
She was on
Okay,
nature.
so can I please, at this moment, I just want to tell everyone that what I wanted to do is kind of like already be laying on the couch, in the background. But
I kind of want her to come from like underneath.
oh, they wanted me to come from underneath, but the thing was, my head looked really like way too big for that. And I'm not gonna tell you whether it really is that big or just not that big. Either way, I'm glad to
An
be here
illusion.
tonight.
I'm mad we did the whole Arsenio.
Somebody write me. Should I stay here? Or
You
I-
should totally stay there. I like where you at. I do.
You're gonna get really uncomfortable really soon.
Oh.
though. I mean, like, you
Right.
can just,
I mean, I can get a little bit more comfortable, or
That's
I can
cool.
be
Get
a G.
comfortable.
That's
We
cool.
want
I
you
can
to
be a G.
We
though.
want
I
you
can
to
be a G.
You
It's
can be
whatever
a G,
you want to
girl.
do. It's whatever.
It's random, so I can randomly change positions throughout the night. Hold on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh my god! Oh my god! My god! My god! Oh man!
Oh my god, I am not ready for it now.
So I think I'm actually pretty comfortable
You-
here.
you-
I'm not gonna.
You smooth. Pam's watching. Hi, Pam.
Pam, what up,
What up
though?
in Hawaii?
All the way from Hawaii, though.
Aloha.
I need some more Aloha
Hang loose,
Max.
cuz.
Right.
I need some more Aloha Max. Please do send candy. You know where to send it to.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I know you guys are all here waiting to hear from our detailed trip about our DC adventures and going to the Museum of African American Culture and History in Washington, D.C. Which
One of the first people on this planet to go.
before the president, fam.
Yeah.
We were there before the president.
Before donors.
for the donors,
Yeah.
for a lot of people. You know, so we were in there in the building.
It was our first press pass,
I think it's like
official press pass.
You know when you're gonna have a housewarming, you get the house together, everything's good, and you invite all the VIPs, but you got that one best friend that you let come over and see the house. Like, girl, look at my house and whatever. We got to go and see the house before it was fully put together. There were people actually, construction workers, still there working while we were able to tour the facility. So it was great. Kirby invited me, and I didn't really understand the
I don't
depth
think anybody understood
of what was going on and where I was going. So it was great to film you guys and get all of your adventures on camera.
100%.
What up,
Hey,
though?
y'all. Did he say good morning?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. What are you on? Because we need some of that.
He said
Because
good
you were
morning.
on another
It's a
time zone.
beautiful morning.
Is it not?
It's a-
Beautiful morning,
It's a
babe.
beautiful
What up, though? What up, New York
morning.
City? In the building. New York City. All the
I was
bor-
really about to start getting it.
all the boroughs.
I mean, yeah, you just ruined us. We was about
I'm
to.
sorry. My bad. My bad.
What was the best part of the trip? We will get to that.
We will.
I think the end. For me, the end. On the way back to the car.
All the hatred.
The closer.
All the hatred.
Hey, how about this? You said the end. If you want to give details, that's cool. I'm gonna try to cue it up so they can hear the audio of the end of the trip. I'll
Oh.
be back in a second.
Yeah. While you doing that, can you check the rice?
Sure.
You're the mom.
And the patties.
Oh.
The salmon patties that we
Got
will
it.
be deliciously eating,
Devouring. So.
devouring after this wonderful podcast.
Yes, we are cooking.
Straight cooking in this
He's cooking.
bitch. Yeah, you know, I do have a little culinary
All right,
arts.
so our trip starts on a Tuesday morning.
Wait, do y'all want to give him a pre-story? Because we had a bomb ass
Oh.
week, though.
We did. Okay, so you go ahead.
Okay, so.
What up, Jay?
What up,
That's a-
Kentucky,
what up,
Ohio?
Joe?
That's the mayor of Ironton, Ohio.
So, our trip started actually the following weekend when
The previous week.
Yeah.
Following is
My bad.
future.
Previous. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. My bad. It started the previous weekend on some nonsense that I won't even bother to speak on because I almost killed somebody's child.
Yeah, this was the creepiest kid ever.
This is like the creepiest kid ever. And
Didn't we get into that already?
No.
We didn't? Okay.
Oh yeah, we did. We talked about that last
Yeah.
week. So
So long story short, a Arab kid licked her neck out of nowhere. Literally.
I was like mentally
And
messed up.
he was like 10. Like
I
10
was
years
messed up for a couple of days. Like, there is no shower hot enough to make me feel clean after that. Like, I needed to be bathed in the lakes of Minnetonka.
old. With Prince in it.
Yes, and some holy water.
Singing Purple Rain. There's no way to get beyond that.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
talked about that. Okay.
So we talked about
move
that
forward.
last week. We're going to
So-
move forward to the Currency concert.
He say, "What's with that be like?" Wow.
Maritza! Dog,
Hey.
Maritza's on, bro.
What up,
Maritza.
Panama Gemini in the building.
Dog,
What's
she ain't
good?
never nowhere to be found.
Ever.
Ever.
And she represents Queens and Detroit. Am I correct? Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
she's in the east
She's
and the
Queens.
mid
If
West.
I, like, yo, this is my kitten back here, so I'm just going to, like,
You wanna see what that be like, Maritza?
I kind of want to move like this because be shit on my shoulder,
Stop
like
it.
just on my shoulder.
I'm just gonna put my throw pillow on my lap.
He's over like this. That was on her titty.
Put my hands like this.
She's back
It
there.
looks like a college picture, don't it?
All right, so
Like
we
high school
started with
graduation.
we went to the
we went to
currency
a last
concert.
minute currency show.
We got to go on stage technically.
Yeah, we were on stage.
We
got
saw
to
some
kick
lip
it with
syncing.
them. We saw some tragic lip syncing.
some tragic.
Not
lip
from
syncing.
currency, though.
Criminal
No.
charges should have been brought upon these people for this lip sync.
Yeah.
It was bad.
On top of the fact that at one point it was like 38 people on stage and dudes just started taking their shirts off.
That was rather questionable.
Yeah.
I have nothing
I'm
against
like, yeah,
people
I'm
that
good.
like to push up, but I'm just saying, didn't
Yeah.
go with the song.
So we went to the currency concert. Was really dope. Currency like always came through. I got to meet a DJ.
Yeah. Oh,
DJ
you,
Duffy was
Oh,
good.
you did. You did. He met her with more than his personality.
Yep.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes. Salute.
Coming through.
Salute to the wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't leave me hanging.
Pound
All right,
it up.
so
Team Money
then-
King, yes.
then we get up at. I got up at what? I didn't go to sleep
That night?
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep that night.
The night before we left, huh?
Yeah,
The night before we left out, I got off work.
we got on the road. We got on the road at
4? I think
Like
I'm
4:30.
First of all, before you go into that, I'd like to congratulate all of us for
being
getting up at that time. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Blair. Hey, yo, I'm just saying.
Usually when we say we're gonna do something,
I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was
Like
like,
the-
somebody's gonna oversleep.
like the time we were supposed to go to Cedar Point.
Oh, God.
We said
God.
6. We didn't leave till like 9.
Yeah, that was terrible.
We didn't get there till
That was
like 2.
extreme colored people time.
Extreme.
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 It was compounded.
It was definitely extreme.
You know, there was interest on that color.
Okay, so now, then, we left around 4:30. We had a great trip there. We got to DC. Oh, on the day before, my cousin Samantha, who lives in DC, she asked me where we were staying. So I kind of gave her the address. And then she immediately...
shout out to my DC homies.
Immediately texted me like, bro, you gotta stay somewhere else. You're gonna get mugged. That is a really, really bad neighborhood. Blah 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 blah. She's like, come on, you have to switch rooms. Please switch rooms. I'm like, we're gonna be good because I read the reviews. This place had 5 stars, top to
From
bottom.
75 people.
Top
From
notch.
like from it was like 80 people. So we got there. One thing that we made this wild turn going into DC, and it was looking really sketchy. But then we passed the police station,
Yeah.
and she stayed right by the police station. So then I felt safe.
Isn't that crazy that we felt safe? I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, come on
Do you
in.
have to feel safe, like coming from Detroit? Is that
No.
even ever an
No,
issue?
but I don't want to have to like fight a cracker for my luggage. Though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
I like if I need to prepare myself mentally.
Yeah.
You shouldn't move the because she's like right behind me. My head is too big. Like I go like
Oh,
Move right here,
I'll-
Blair, like right
Yeah.
here.
There we
this.
go.
So
Nice.
yeah, I didn't want to have to like fight a crackhead for my belongings.
Peace
You know
him
what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be in DC long enough for me to be able to like, I don't want to have to fight nobody.
Shout out to my Southeast DC partners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Capitol Hill
Shout
homies. Dre, you know what I'm saying? And Donnell. Great DC legends. You know what I'm saying? They will give you a proper tour if you go out there. Not
Yes.
just a tourist. You will see the cuisine. You'll get to experience the nightlife. So definitely I recommend going to DC for that as
Definitely.
well. Southeast was cool. You know, I've been there before. It was a really dope spot we stayed in. We did the
Yeah, the
Airbnb
setup was
thing.
really really nice.
really nice.
The area is dope. The lady for my Airbnb was really, really super nice.
Yes, and she was an islander too. Shout out.
I was kind of scared to like go upstairs because like I overheard like them talking to y'all, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys come upstairs." Like, I'm not sure if I went upstairs, I'll be received that well. They probably think I was gonna blow some
All
shit
of
up.
my life I had to fight.
Yes.
What Trey, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Man, there's so many favorites. I would have to say actually walking into.
Why would we get into what's the favorite part? We haven't said the whole thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna
But,
get there.
you know, there's a lot of favorite parts of the trip, not just from the museum, just being around these crazy people that I love and myself. You know, we're all psychopaths. So that was cool,
All my
but
friends are heathens.
there was just an awesome experience. Just being
First of all,
Yeah.
the stuff that I found out that Blair will be willing to do in the moment of
Blair,
crisis.
Blair is a for real the real MVP is right here behind us, y'all.
If I ever murder somebody, I know who to call.
Oh,
Yes.
excuse me. What?
Yeah, that's out there
playing.
now. We know it.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
That's fact. But
I'm
no.
not helping in any way except I'm not helping.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. But anyway, we get to DC. First thing we do is take a nap. Everybody's out.
Sleep like a mug.
It was two twin beds set up with a couch that turned into a bed, which everybody had enough space. Great. We got up. We hit downtown DC, and it took us like forever in the day to get down there. Parking. I thought downtown Detroit was bad.
Yeah, so we parked in a federal building, and
That
apparently
was the next day.
that's right. We parked
Yeah,
on
that
the
was the
street.
next day.
We parked on the street when we went to the
Parked on the
Cuban
street.
restaurant. Cuba Libre was the name of the spot.
Yeah, Cuba Libre.
Very good
Cuba
spot.
Libre.
I happen to think that Vincente's in Detroit is a little bit better, but it was good.
It was good.
The ambiance was really dope.
I met some of my cousins down there. We had dinner. A lot of promising things came out of that little meeting we had. Then we kind of just drove around DC. We were gonna go record shopping like we always do, but it were closed. I don't know why DC DC should have a 24/7 vinyl spot.
Everywhere should.
Yeah, but maybe DC though.
The house and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's always jumping. But anyway, go back to the place. We get up first thing in the morning because we're going to the Smithsonian African American Cultural Museum. Super excited. Took us forever and a day to get there again. It took like 45 minutes, and it was like it took like an hour. And it should have been like 15 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
So we parked, and everybody's dressed. I must say everybody was coordinated, even though we didn't talk about it.
That's
we were fly. We were really fly.
That's what chemistry looks like, people.
So we get to the museum, and I'm honestly going to tell you, as I'm walking in, I'm thinking that that's not real.
Well, why are messages being retracted?
Don't be retracting your messages now.
Say what you gonna say.
Say what you feel.
I think because they left.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Can the camera see this? Like, if we get close enough, can they like see that?
Can they see it?
See it?
I don't know.
Go, take
You
it
gotta
up.
send that picture. That's a really good
Take it up
picture.
kind of slowly.
That
and
is
see
dope.
if
I
that'll.
need that picture. in my
Reggie's
life.
checking himself out in detail before he.
No, I'm actually
He's zooming in on his beard like the
I'm taking
proportions.
myself out. Actually,
Why are you taking yourself
my
out?
gosh.
That's so.
Come on,
I
guys.
wasn't.
And
I was
just hold
coming.
it. Hold it.
Right there. We look good, y'all.
We look damn good.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Kirby with the heels on. Those are like 7-inch pumps.
By the way,
Yo, Kirby was like a soldier, yo. She was walking through that joint and she was moving through there like a damn was it an ice skater, a figure skater, with a grace.
like Kirby's already like 5'8", and she
Kirby
had
is 5'11". Don't you dare take
Really?
my inches off.
My bad.
Oh, that hurt.
That's what she said.
Men would
Excuse
not
me,
appreciate
excuse
that,
me.
so let's be careful.
What?
Excuse me,
Take
excuse
inches
me.
off?
Don't.
No, I don't want my
First
inches
of
taken
all,
off. I'm good.
I do
mine.
apologize. However, I am 6'5", so everybody's short to me.
That's true.
All right.
She's 5'8".
I have a low center of
Okay,
gravity. Okay.
So we get there, and they give me this media sticker, and they give me like the kind of like the pamphlet with what's going to happen throughout the day. I'm holding it, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. We're going to be one of probably like 200 people, one of the first 200 people in the world to actually enter and review and get to see this museum,
Which
They're
is sold
actually-
out.
Yeah, sold out.
For the next
Till December.
There's people walking around the museum still in hard hats because they were still putting it together.
Right.
And I just thought it was just the craziest. Shout out to the breakfast.
Oh man. Hey, them corn
The-
muffins,
bro.
man, and them croissants. Yo, them was some real croissants, bro.
So, if
What
you-
up, kids?
The orange juice, bro. They probably had slaves in the back. Just
I
squeezing
kind of feel
oranges.
like they might have.
oh my God.
Not those type of slaves.
I
You know
know-
what I'm saying? You
I know
what I'm saying.
that we're. I know that we're supposed to go in chronological order, but do we have to wait to talk about food again in the later part of the story, Reggie?
I mean, if you want to get into this food thing, we can go.
I mean,
right
we
now.
doing
yeah.
it chronological order because that's what we had when we had breakfast.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
yeah, we had breakfast, but
No.
we also had. That's
Oh.
okay. Go ahead, finish the story.
Okay.
That was
So-
it. The orange juice, best orange I had in my life.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about it is just walking up to the building, you see the Washington Monument like in the background, and just the architecture
Yes.
behind the building was just exquisite. I mean, they used iron rod like kind of like cases around the windows, so
Yes.
it looked kind of similar to the way the Twin Towers looked a little bit with the iron sculpting in there. And like when you got inside of the building, you could see it from the inside. It was just really beautiful, man, because like the light was coming in through the little angles,
And
and
I like how it had
was
a.
dope.
It was an
dope.
inverted. It was inverted pyramid.
it looked
Yeah.
like it's
It
exactly
was
what
an
it looked
inverted
like.
pyramid.
Inverted
Like,
pyramid.
I really liked it.
So, this is about to be one of those I've been waiting for this moment for a year.
Okay.
This is my remember when we used to talk about this shit? Like, I'm looking around and the guy in front of me is like, yo, C-SPAN is here. And I'm like, C-SPAN?
We had CNN and Disney next to
He
us.
was like, C-SPAN
He had
is
a
here.
fly dashiki
So
on, by
I
the way.
look up and C-SPAN is over my shoulder, but the guy to the right of me is working with Disney. I met a lady who worked with CNN. Shout out my boy Brent. He works with ESPN.
100%.
And it's just like
Chi-Town.
So
ESPN and
DC
Undefeated.
So when people were like, "Hey, you know, what do you do?" Because I got to talk to a bunch of the different press people. Everyone's like, "Hey, you know, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I run a podcast from Detroit." They're like, "Oh, you know, I work for CNN," or "I met one of the C-SPAN people," or "I work for like Fox, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's dope." Like, y'all like the big wigs, but I'm right here with you. So I think that's probably one of my favorite parts of the trip.
Yeah, definitely. We were in the Oprah Theater.
Yeah.
Oprah has her own theater at the
Tennessee
museum.
State all day, you know what I'm saying? But
did she graduate from Tennessee
she
State?
didn't graduate because the coursework was too rigorous for her. But she did succeed. She
won
did.
that life, bro.
But she started out, matriculating at Tennessee State. So I just want to shout that out. Yes, my verbiage today is on point. I'm just saying, it's definitely sponsored by the Dos Equis Dark. But anyway, to answer Mrs. Rober's question, we were in DC for probably about a day and a half.
We were there literally a day and a half.
About a day and a half. Literally, it was like
we got there 10 hours.
In and out.
We got there at like 2. And then we left DC at like 3:30 the next day.
It was kind of reminiscent of like Ocean's 11. Like we were like in, out, straight up. Like we stuck to the plan, went in there, did what we needed to do. Like Kirby said, just sitting in that press conference room with all of these cameras and people from all around the world, just around. And we're sitting in there, we're 22 podcasts in. And we sitting right there with the big wigs. I believe y'all were sitting next to Disney.
Yeah, it was Disney, C-SPAN. The chick from CNN liked my shoes. And that's how I found her.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'll send you the email." And she was like,
it was amazing.
Like, you work for CNN.
It was so amazing just to be there and just to hear them speak. And so once we got into the room, actually the breakfast before we got into the room, we come down the escalator to the bottom level. They had pretty much a complimentary breakfast. They had everything you could think of, as far as finger type breakfasts. They had croissants, muffins, coffee, as Reggie said, some of the best orange juice ever squeezed by human hands.
The angels, bro.
I mean, the coffee was dope. I mean, they even had little teacup platters. I felt so sophisticated carrying the coffee around. I actually put the plate down because I had to keep it trill. I was like, nah, I can't have this plate here. But what's that?
We didn't get a chance to get to the White House.
We drove past it.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get there.
The parking down there was so crazy. And then I think you have to pay too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
We literally got to downtown DC. We were on our way to where we were staying, and I looked how close we were going to pass by the White House. So I was like, "Can we go by the White House?" And it was probably like beginning of rush hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was crazy. We went by the Capitol building.
Yeah.
I am a bill.
That's right.
Sitting on Capitol Hill. I'm a bill.
Did you guys get a chance to post the video on YouTube, the 6-7 minutes?
No, that's going up.
It's about the full version?
Because we actually going to tease it.
The full version is coming soon.
Yeah, we actually have a dope recording by this one over here.
Yes, her editing skills and her camera skills are exquisite.
Yeah.
She is
Second
for
time I
hire.
use this word.
Well, you guys, I didn't say that to get the credit. I just want
I think
to...
No, you need the credit because it was really dope. Like
We appreciate it.
It was really dope.
Oh, thanks, guys.
You made us big time. You made us big time niggas. No, niggas, not niggas.
Nah, she made us bougie.
So basically, the reason I asked, and they're doing a great job because I'm usually the conservative one, and I was concerned about being on the show, but it's the perfect show.
Says the
for
lady
me.
sitting on the back of the couch.
She was basically said she was ashamed of herself. First.
I'm not.
She had a prayer and she had talked to God after that.
I was not ashamed, but this is the perfect show for me to be on because they're on their best behavior, and since they are, I'm just saying that you all. So on this YouTube, I'm just cut off. Like my head is just gone.
We just didn't expand it.
Oh, okay, great. I just wanted to know. Yeah. But basically, Reggie's describing this feeling he had and how they wanted to go to the White House, and I want to tell you guys, among other reasons, check out the video once they give you the teaser to go and see it because you'll see the unedited version of what this "Let's Go to the White House" story.
We going to the White House? So we going to the White House, or we going to the White House?
I'm just telling you. After the show, when they tell you it's okay to go see it, Trust me.
Yeah.
We going to
You
the White House?
will
or we
see
going to
what
the
the
White
real.
House?
Are we going to the White House story?
Kirby riding by the White House with the hoodie
Oh,
on.
you guys don't tell him.
No, I'm
Don't
sorry.
tell him.
That's it,
Don't
that's it.
tell him.
That's all I'm gonna
That's it.
say.
All right, next.
Okay,
But
where
you already said that because I definitely said, are we going to the White House or are we going to the White House?
Are we
You
going to
did
the White
say
House?
that.
Or are we going to the White House?
Yeah.
Stop it. Let's
But-
Okay, so where are we going next? We have a trip to Chicago planned. Depending on what pops off at the end of the year, we might be back in Miami. We are definitely going to Toronto before it gets too cold.
You're going to need a GoFundMe, fam.
Right, we need to go fund this. So help send us to get education in different
Where
cities.
do you want us to go? Where y'all want us to come? As long as y'all know that we like record stores and food.
Yes,
Record stores, food.
and we don't like fancy beers.
No, we gotta have record stores and food and no bougie people.
No bougie people. That no.
Even though we apparently
no bouginess in our
Apparently-
cycle. Even though, yeah, apparently we are.
So-
which
so
I
that-
never refer to myself.
So back to the museum. We are in the Oprah Winfrey Theater. There's keynote speaker. There's the board of members of
Miss
the museum.
Paysauer. And
There's the architect team that was in charge of designing the museum. They were sitting right in front of us. We literally sat probably like four or five
back.
rows.
Yeah.
So we were like right in front.
hold on, wait. Somebody said we're doing a podcast from their kitchen. Who are you and what are you cooking and when are we coming? I mean,
That's Ashley.
oh yeah, okay. You cooking? I'm eating. What's good?
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I took some video of that. I think we're gonna put it up there too. Very, very, very interesting. Amazing people that were in charge of this project that took a lot of money, a lot of dedication, a lot of love for what you do because you actually had to go. This is the first Smithsonian Museum that was actually built with no collection at all. So all these pieces that were in this museum actually had to be collected, and they had to go get them from the different parts to put it together. So after the introduction, we were kind of let loose on the museum. So us automatically go to where the J Dilla exhibit is, which is the third floor.
The third floor.
That was the music. That was the music. Part
They
of the
told
museum.
me that Dilla is the only artist in the museum twice.
And the cool thing about going up to this floor was that you literally basically started from the beginning of black music in America all the way up until now.
Current, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could see everybody's contribution, and it was just so dope to really see a lot of the artifacts. They had like Jimi Hendrix vest in there. They had an amp in there that he actually had a gash in the amp, and it had a little caption saying that he probably slashed it with his guitar because he was a
It
wild
wasn't
guitar
probably
player.
he did.
Yeah, he did. And
They had Chuck Berry's Cadillac.
They had Chuck Berry's Cadillac.
They had Roy Ayers xylophone.
They had the mothership.
The mothership.
The mothership.
The mothership.
The actual Parliament Funkadelic mothership.
We actually got
And
the
Bootsy
interview.
Collins' outfit.
Yes.
We got to interview the person who was responsible for going to get the mothership from George Clinton's living room.
Which will be on video for
Yeah,
you guys
which
to
will be
watch.
on
That's all
video.
on video.
He actually had it in his living room, which I want to have a mothership as a just imagine having a
The
mothership.
story
in your-
behind when y'all hear
Yeah.
the story behind it, y'all gonna be like, "Yo, this is insane."
Like why is this spaceship sitting here
Mr.
in your
Steele.
living room? Like yeah, I'm just kind of it's Parliament Funkadelic.
It was
You know?
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
and just like Lonnie Bunch said, man, like when you walk through there, like in the what was the lady before?
Miss Fleur Paysauer. Lonnie Bunch
Yeah,
said something that struck a chord with me because I have a different definition of hard. Like hard to me isn't what's hard to somebody else. He said they're asking me if this museum is going to be done in 10 days by opening day. He said, yeah. He said, people are asking me if I'm stressed out because it's not finished. He said, no, Stressful was getting $30 million to get the groundwork started. This is management. Like, he was like, it's different because, like Reggie said, this is the first museum in Smithsonian history to be opened or even thought of without having anything
From the ground up.
to go into it from the ground up. So you have to get a lot of people to agree to do exhibits and put stuff into a building that's not even done yet.
You gotta have one hell of a team too.
Yeah.
and just to add back to that point was just the fact that he was saying, you know, the experiences that you would feel, like you would feel joy, pain, and you know, just hope. And that's exactly what I felt going through there. Like you walk through I mean, even if you're at a point in your life where you don't feel inspired or you feel like you're down and out, like going through that museum alone would just bring you to being motivated to want to just achieve, because you saw all of these people that came before you that, you know, contributed so much to American society, which I think tends to be separated a lot as far as, you know,
we are American history.
We are American history
through and through.
And
there would be no America without us. 100%. That's point blank, period.
And the thing about it is, you know, just being in there, and I was talking to one of my coworkers about it. She's from Panama, and shout out Panama. And, you know, being somebody that's grown up here, you know, not really having a connection to my African roots, so to speak. It's like just to be able to go into a building like that and see something and be proud of it, you know, because a lot of times as African Americans, some of us that don't have those connections to the Caribbeans or other different, you know, places, you don't have something to identify with. Obviously, we have the red, black, and the green flag, but going in that museum, you just felt so much pride. I felt so much pride, especially for me. I saw, you know, going to Tennessee State is my alma mater, like seeing Wilma Rudolph's tracksuit in there when I walked around the corner, like, yo, I got so proud, like just seeing that. You know, the things that, you know, at a little, you know, HBCU did were, you know, significant enough to make it into the Smithsonian. So it was just a great feeling to be able to experience that. So I recommend all of y'all out there go see that.
I recommend that you go, but
black, white, Chinese,
everybody,
purple, alien, whatever, go to that museum. But this is the thing: when you go to that museum, pay to park and 100%. Take your slow, sweet time because you will miss stuff. The thing that I need to remember is to stay in the present, because I'm always working on the future.
Focus.
Yeah.
I'm always
focus.
I got into that building, I got my interviews, and then like I was like, I need to meet Miss Paysauer, I need to meet Mr. Bunch. Like, I need to know all of these people so I can contact them about coming back. They got to like see the museum. They took their time and saw the museum. I was in complete tornado work mode. They got that experience, and at the end, I got to get that wow moment and see some stuff. But I was in work mode. Like, I would have to go back and spend time in that museum.
I'm pretty sure one of the curators tried to make a pass at me. She did. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I could go back and check the tapes for you.
Yeah, it wasn't on tape. It was
I
on
wasn't
tape.
with you.
It was when y'all were talking to the older gentleman.
I mean, she's not watching, but Jamel Hill's best friend.
Yes.
Oh. Was definitely hitting on me.
She was definitely hitting on me.
She was hitting on me.
It was, yeah.
And she went to Lathrop, too.
She did go to Lathrop.
Wow. That museum has a lot of Detroit connections, by the way. It's
100%.
Don't step in my moment of
she likes to do that.
Of me be one.
But you do it to me.
Just let it happen.
While they're arguing, I want to say, well, I don't know about putting a pillow on her face. I mean, I am her sister.
Oh, you can go together.
Yeah. While they're doing that, I will say Kirby's completely right. You want to take your time, and I don't know if they're going to have a 2-day pass. It may be a lot to take in, because I was behind the camera and my focus was getting their experience. And while they are talking about that, I hope they don't give it all away. If they do, you guys still have to go and see.
We're not going to give it all away.
No, absolutely
see
not.
that video. But do we all discuss our favorite things? Because I do have favorites. So when it's my turn, let me know. Until then,
we got you, Ms. Roper. We're going to talk about our favorites.
We got the third floor was the music. Mm-hmm. The second floor was it
was like civil rights.
Civil rights.
No, civil rights was down the bottom.
It was a sport. It was a sport. Yeah. They had like the World War II section, World War I, II, like all the wars. Then you had like a sports section, like Serena Williams, Michael Jordan.
They had Jackie Johnson's gloves in there.
Yeah, they had a Jackie Robinson section of it. It's like it's like a little theater with seats from like the old Dodger old stadium.
So it was like you were getting the experience of being in a baseball stadium, but there was like a video showing that there actually was a black player in the league before Jackie Robinson in the early 1800s. I forgot the gentleman's name, but that was kind of cool to see that. We had broken that barrier early on, but obviously Jackie Robinson, knocked the gates down as far as letting black players into the league. So yeah, the sports floor, the military floor, Reggie. You had a special thing about that.
Yeah, I found out when I came back that actually my grandfather, which is 93 years old, his name is actually in the museum. He has a plaque. I went to his house. Was that Saturday. And he has a plaque from the Smithsonian. Not only has he been my grandmother was really, really heavily involved in the creation of the first museum. So they were always, every year they donated money. But because he is a veteran of World War II, his name was actually inducted into the museum. I wish I would have known that while I was there, and I would have taken a picture, but he didn't tell me till afterwards, because we were there before anybody else, and he actually got the letter and the plaque the week that we came back, because the donors opening was after we went.
Yeah, the donors preview was this past Saturday on the 17th.
Yeah. So that is something that I wish I would have been able to experience, seeing my grandfather Ernest Jackson Jr.'s name on the wall at a museum, and me being one of the first people in the world to be able to walk, those floors. That would have definitely been dope. Then we go to the bottom. It's kind of like it's almost like a basement. Mm-hmm. You go through.
It's like you elevate from basically it was like slavery and civil rights and things.
And then you go to the top
up towards progress, so to speak.
So we got to the bottom, and actually on the way down to the second floor, we saw one of the civil rights leaders.
This guy right here, if you can see, is Jesse Jackson. This is a photo by Soul Brother. Number one.
Jesse.
That's how close we were to Jesse.
Actually, we were close to him a bunch of times. We were close to him. We were downstairs.
You can see the windows too in there. We were talking about like how it's just kind of really cool from the inside.
Jesse.
So there's a funny story about Jesse Jackson. I wish we had got this on tape, because his reaction was priceless.
Right.
So we saw Jesse coming down the escalator when we were coming down from the second floor, and he was talking to a bunch of camera crews.
That happened in the basement though.
I was talking about before. That's when we saw him twice. So we were going to say something to him before, but he was obviously being mobbed by a bunch of people, and they wanted to hear about how Jesse. It wasn't that many people, but
we got offered.
I mean,
and they were like, he's going upstairs.
So a lot of people have strong feelings about Jesse. I do too. Whatever side you fall. But anyway, we go down to the basement, like Reggie said. We're down there. It's kind of like the civil rights part. They have a bucket that Martin Luther King used to soak his feet in after his marches.
And,
they had
Emmett Till's
coffin.
The glass top that covered his open casket, so his mother wanted people to see what they did to him. They also had Rosa Parks' dress, I believe, that she had on the day that she was taken off of the bus.
Yeah, and they had the Tuskegee Airmen. They had an actual airplane.
The whole airplane
hanging from the ceiling.
That was my first really wow moment, seeing that airplane hanging.
They had a guard tower from Angola prison. If you need to do your research on that, if you don't know about Angola in the South,
it was the first slave prison.
It was very bad. And it's just the fact that that's when we happened to run into Jesse again. And so I knew that this was fate. It was fake that we saw Jesse again in the museum, and so something in my head.
He's by himself. It's two people with him, but he's literally by himself.
So now he doesn't have his handlers with him.
He had this picture. He had this picture of himself when he was marching.
Right.
And he's standing next to his own picture, and they're taking pictures of him back then and now. And Brandon finished that.
So I see him, and I knew this was my opportunity to go in for some really ignorant shit, or either be really dignified. I opted for the former, and I did some pretty borderline neighborhood shit. I saw him, and I was my hand just went up like he was an old homie. What up, Jesse? And he looked at me who in the fuck is this dude? He don't call me Reverend Jesse Jackson or Mister. Totally take all my titles out. You know what I'm saying? But he looked a little bit, and then he realized
he gave him that.
He was black again, and he was like, "All right, cool, we good."
He gave.
I was like, "Word!" So
he gave him my nigga.
So that was it was like that. That's how it felt.
Just use the N word.
It felt like that.
I didn't say that.
It felt like that's how.
Sounds like it.
It was like a cookout, it was a family reunion, and you just seen a family member. What up, Jesse? What up? You know what I'm saying?
Jesse,
you trying to get diesel, bro? You in the gym, dog? But it was
Jesse in the front yard doing lifting
weights,
weights,
push-ups on the porch. What's up, cuz? Hit this weight real quick. But that was funny. That was one of my favorite moments. Just
but it got to a point beyond that. We get to a point where you start seeing KKK
K
hoods.
outfits and
Yeah.
the whole
And-
outfit.
Yeah, the whole outfit, like the Grand Dragon or whatever.
I didn't want to
the
stay there too
all-red
long.
one.
looking
And
at
then, but then, like you start going towards the back, and you start seeing the Black Panther movement, and you start
The
seeing
Black Panther. They got the Black Panther World War II jacket.
Yeah.
Tell them about that poem that you saw that Vietnam soldier
I think
wrote.
I have it.
It was a really dope
I took
poem.
a picture of a poem that one of the soldiers wrote.
Because as you know, during Vietnam, that was a big time where there was a lot of civil rights activism going on. A lot of people were opposed to the war. A lot of Black Power movements, began to be birthed. So they had a lot of exhibits about different soldiers who were in Vietnam at the time and still were, representing for their people.
Yeah, okay, so it said this base is base camp to me and my girlfriend, Sweet 16, M16. That is what we call them, Black Power.
And that's a handwritten note.
That's
from
like
Vietnam.
a handwritten note.
Vietnam
And then
soldier.
one of the things that caught me was a book called The Negro, a Beast in the Image of God, which was...
It's a Bible from the KKK.
Yeah, it's a Bible from the KKK, and it was with the Grand Dragon's uniform
Clearly, it was not edited.
at
They just
all.
put that out. Yeah, that's
Then
major
Then
shade to you.
this was really
Yeah.
dope. The Black Power, the Black Unity
Look at
Vietnam jacket.
We're gonna actually start posting these on our Facebook.
There you
Go to Facebook,
Yeah.
I see
Random
it there.
Tuesdays DET. We're gonna start posting
Yeah.
all of these pictures, all of these videos. We got interviews with people that helped create such a dope experience for us.
Dope jobs that they have.
Dope jobs.
Dope jobs to
Dope
go meet
jobs.
all of these individuals to get these artifacts.
I will be setting up interviews with some of the people. Like I said earlier, it's a lady named Rhea that had something to do with the photo exhibit. I got to see like 3 seconds of. So I would like to see her again and kick it with her. And it was like pretty much everybody that had something to do with putting something in the museum. Like the curators were all young. They were all like 40 and under.
Yeah.
It was
So-
That's
really
how
dope.
we saw. We was at was it Timothy.
Yeah,
Timothy
We
was
saw-
actually in Miami.
We
when
saw
were down
Timothy
there.
in Miami.
Yeah, we met
Mon
Timothy
Dukes.
in-
We were sitting right next to her.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she's the girl
That's
who
Pete,
got
Pete
a,
Rock and Diamond D made peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
she was one of the people who did a lot of the music exhibits.
Yes.
A lot of stuff for the music exhibit, and she knows what she's talking about. But this museum had me in awe of the work that they did, and it gave me perspective on the work that I'm doing with these two knuckleheads.
We literally made history in
We
the
made
History Museum
history.
by being some of the first to do
And
it.
I don't know if either of them understood why I wanted to go for press day until we got to press day.
Oh, no,
And
I understood.
We understood once you put it in perspective as far as the combo we all had.
it's like
But you wanted to go twice. He was like, you don't have to pick one, fam.
And unless
I
y'all set up a GoFundMe for
absolutely
us,
wanted
we
to
ain't
go
going
twice.
twice.
Yeah.
We'll be there in spirit,
Yeah.
like
drinking spirits.
it's just something to say, yo, I got a podcast that's only doing 22 shows. We 22 shows in, and I'm pressed for this huge historic thing. And then I get to go because I made this first step. I can pave the way for other things to happen. And then to be in that building and see so much of American history, not even just American history, but world history condensed into such a collection. That museum is by far not done. I want to go back in like
Yeah.
5 to 10 years and see what they've added, because they're going to end up having to add another building
yeah.
And
There's
she
more
actually
history being
said,
made, yeah.
she actually said they have so many things
that they couldn't put in
that
the
they
museum.
couldn't put in the museum because they just don't have enough space.
So
So
stay tuned to that museum because
And that was just on, think about it, that's just on the music.
yes,
That
judges on
doesn't
the music.
touch, that's just on the music. That doesn't touch the sports. That doesn't touch the Black Panther Party. That doesn't touch any older history. That's just on the most current parts of history. She was like, yeah, we don't have enough space. So I'm guessing in the next 10 to 15 years, there's going to be another building.
So y'all go ahead and ask some questions about.
Ask some questions, yo.
Give us what y'all want to
we
talk
want to hear y'all
about.
feedback and what you want to know about our trip.
Kitty.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Hi, Kitty.
I'd have to let it marinate a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of favorites in that museum. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's-
depends on your perspective on.
It was a lot to see.
I mean, the Dilla thing was awesome, but just the fact that I saw William Rudolph, TSU, alumni, that was really cool for me because Michigan State wasn't in the museum, but Tennessee State was. I'm just.
How do you know?
Breathe, bro.
Well, I didn't see it.
Exactly.
The light wasn't on it. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
Breathe.
all
It's
I'm
okay.
saying.
It's okay. You know,
But I'm just
because
saying.
you TSU whatever.
Gotta represent.
Well-
I'm so glad I went to TSU. That's all.
Now that's out of your system.
It is out of my
because
system, but it's not.
there is some
Yeah.
Michigan in here, but it's cool. Now that you guys have said that, I think one of the things to mention, just going back to what Kirby said earlier about how they had to find $30 million to actually get that building off the ground, and
Actually, it cost.
it costs more.
It cost I think it's like a $350 million building. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. It was either 350 or 530.
Everything else.
I'm a little dyslexic, but he definitely said that they actually had to raise $30 million.
In like a short amount of time. Yeah, and so I think one of the things that's important to remember while the doors are open for us to go and visit, you can donate or you can become a member. And we have our own museum here where I'm sure those
Charles H. Wright.
Yep, those options are available to you, and I think it's just so important.
We got to
in
tell
person.
some ladies about the Charles H. Wright.
Yeah.
I did actually volunteer at Charles H. Wright, so you might see me down in the office somewhere doing paperwork. But yeah, it's definitely like Blair said, it's awesome. We do have that here, so you know that doesn't need to be the only one, because like I said, one thing that I admire about the Jewish people is they have so many museums that represent themselves nationwide. It's not just one main one, but it's nice to have this one to be the trends, the tone setter as far as how you should set up your museum.
Yep.
But the Charles H. Wright is a nice museum as well too. They have a lot of rotating exhibits. You should check out as well if you're in Detroit. So yeah, absolutely. So what are these questions at, y'all?
Like y'all need to talk to us
Because I'm gonna eat
we,
some rice and some salmon if y'all ain't asking no questions.
we talking to y'all, talk back. What's good?
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just going my favorite part of the museum. I have 3. First one. I'm not that fat, bro. First one.
I believe you went hammer, Kirby.
I did.
Now that
I'm just saying.
Now that I know the World War II exhibit, because my family history is part of that. Definitely, I definitely have to go back, and I wish my grandfather would go with me. I don't know if he's gonna do an 8.5 hour trip in '93. He doesn't believe it.
Man, we need to invent a teleporter, yo.
Right.
Straight up.
So that one, I mean, I'm a sports fanatic. So just seeing how much sports has shaped our meaning to people. Jesse Owens
Ran against my grandfather.
ran against his grandfather. Jesse Owens ran in Berlin, the Berlin Olympics, and it was cut off from live. I guess it was radio back then, because he actually he completely shattered the whole Hitler superhuman, super race.
Ashley Skicks and Bakes, that's a great idea. Sorry.
That whole, like, just looking at everything that we've done. Jack Johnson, first heavyweight champion of the world, who was taken down by saying he married a white woman, and they got him on prostitution across state lines charges, because he married a white woman. That was definitely not something that was accepted back then. So when he went out of town with his wife, they got him for that. They considered his wife a prostitute. Michael Jordan, Jackie Robinson, Serena and Venus Williams,
Tiger Woods. I mean, just
so much. Yeah, they had Ali's robe. They had Ali's punching bag, his first punching bag. And definitely the bottom part of the museum was, it was a different feel. Like, you go from this high of seeing all, the mothership, and seeing Jay Dilla's MPC, seeing Tuskegee Airmen, and you go down to the basement, and you start seeing shackles. You start seeing...
They had freedom papers in the museum.
Yeah, freedom paper. You start seeing the plans of how they were going to fit the slaves and the ships, and how everybody was going to be organized. And it's as much as it pains me to say, black people come from incredible hurt. But that's why I think we're so beautiful as people, because we've come from this deep pain, and we've always been able to find some type of joy, or be able to flip it and turn it into some type of joy, and we've actually exceeded because of that. Even to this day, we getting shot and killed every day, like mercilessly. We have our hands up. It does not matter. We getting shot, but we will overcome this too. And those were my 3 favorite parts of the museum, because it's just like you get like the highs and the lows of
the joy and the pain.
everything that we've been through in our history.
Absolutely.
Kirby? My favorite. I can't give it a favorite because I need to see the whole museum. But my moment in that museum was walking down and seeing, like, we were all excited to go see Emmett Till's coffin. Like, that, we've been taught about that since baby time. And that exhibit hadn't been open yet. So you have to walk down these ramps. But as you're walking down, they had the Tuskegee Airmen's plane. And I was like, wow, okay. So this building that houses a Cadillac and an airplane is much bigger than how you feel. Because the building itself is huge. But the way they have it, you don't feel like it's that large. And that was my, wow, I'm actually small compared to what is in, like, the momentum of this museum. And Miss Paystauer said, this isn't something she's like, this isn't something I just want you to see. It's something I want you to feel. And at that moment, like, walking down with these two and talking about stuff and being like, oh, we got to go see this. That's kind of when it hit me, like, damn, this is, like, this building it tells America's story, but most people just want to say it's Black history, or it's African American culture, or it's African American history. And I'm going to give a nod to the cafeteria for being very blatant on explaining, with food in particular, this isn't just about Black people, because everybody eats candy yams and greens and fried chicken and
buttermilk fried chicken.
That's like their cafeteria.
Not just steak fried chicken. Buttermilk. Blair, you were the one that told us to get it. I'm just saying. She was already there, like, getting it in. We were like, what do we get?
I didn't tear up when I saw it. It just gave me that kind of bone chilling moment to me. But the way that they set everything up, down to the details in the cafeteria of how you started out in, like, the Deep South and what they were serving in the Deep South, and then you moved up to, like, the North and the Midwest, with just how they planned and mapped out the food, and then you got to see so much stuff packed into these walls. Like, I can't wait to go back. They're saying they're gonna get about 250,000 of they're predicting like 250,000 almost every day until sometime next year. It's completely booked. Before it even opened, it was completely booked. There was so many people upset with us because we got to go, and everyone's like, well, how did you get to go?
But before we get into that, let me tell you about my favorites.
His favorites.
Because we don't want to get that away just yet, because there was some straight up hate for us. I mean, real hate. Like, that's how I know we're doing the right thing out here, because we getting haters. Shout out to the haters. Keep hating, because you really going to be mad when y'all see what we do next.
Y'all hate so loud. It's a beautiful
thing. The thing, hold on real quick about that.
The
thing about this is that, to me, haters don't matter. Because I'm not doing this for people that hate. I'm doing this for people that love me, and people that want me to do good, and people that I want to make proud, because they've been able to do so much for me. So I could give a damn about a hater, dog. Because they don't matter to me. They never be anybody to me. If you're not happy for me, then
I love
too bad for you.
I love haters.
Nothing makes me happier than to see people around me succeeding, even if they're doing better than me.
Come on. Hey,
because there's a lot of people that only show you love as long as they doing better than you. The second you the same or you're doing better, all that love stop, which is fine. God bless you anyway.
Yes, sir. So that's a hater public service announcement for y'all. But basically, yeah, my favorite parts definitely, the Dilla NPC was huge for me.
And his move.
Just being, that too, but just the Dilla NPC and specifically because, somebody who's, tried his hand at making beats and, really, really wanted to do it at one point in my life, you know, it really gave me goosebumps standing next to it, just because it was like, this is, you know, one of my musical heroes' equipment. This is just bread and butter that he used to craft so many joints that just made people, basically, as they say, Jay Dilla changed people's lives. That was huge for me. The Roy Ayers xylophone was dope. You know, I'm a big Roy Ayers fan. Going down to the civil rights part was dope. Just seeing, you know, the bucket that Martin Luther King dunked his feet in after every march. Like, just really seeing. I ain't gonna lie, at first I was like, they probably just found this bucket somewhere and tried to say it was his. But I really think it was, because it was really old. But that was cool to see that, just because, you know, based on what Martin Luther King did and all the marches that he did nationwide, just to imagine the type of pain in his feet just from carrying, you know, walking all of those miles to basically, you know, be the catalyst for us black people. That was huge. The Wilma Rudolph tracksuit that almost made me tear up. I ain't gonna lie. They
had the John Carlos.
Yeah, that made me.
Tommy Smith. They have a cast iron statues when they were on the metal podium, raising their fist up. And actually, that was really dope. Actually, I think it was life size. Mm-hmm. It was life size statues of all three people in the
Olympics.
Yeah, 1968 in Mexico.
And another cool thing was just like she said, the cafeteria. The cafeteria was so dope because it was regional food based on black cuisine in America, and like the fact that they had some real grits, shrimp and grits there. It was not no fake minute grits. This was like heavy cream. Like, this is the real deal. Like, you were getting everything that you would get, you know, growing up in the South. If you had, you know, a black family, like, I'm pretty sure all of us have, you know, grown up with those type of foods. So so for an outsider, somebody that may not be black or who may not be exposed to the type of culinary cuisine, it was really cool to see that, because when you know, especially in cities like New York or, you know, very diverse cities like DC, you see so many restaurants, especially here in Detroit, we have so many Mediterranean restaurants, and it just gives you a window into, you know, how the food is in that region of the world. So to have a museum cafeteria be modeled after, you know, how we ate and how we grew up.
Even the people serving your food, they kind of reminded you of like your auntie at your barbecue.
Family.
Or like your grandma.
They picked the right people.
They definitely picked the right people. So my tip is, if you are going to visit this museum, take money for parking. Definitely do not leave your car on a meter, because you're going to get ticketed and probably towed, because this museum has so much to see. We paid $25 for what? 6 hours? 5, 6 hours?
The $25 covered you up to 15 hours.
Don't bring guns or blades, because they will search your car.
They definitely search your car.
We went to a federal building.
I was scared as shit because I had a knife on me. I was like, should I tell them I have a knife?
They definitely will search your car, because you're in a federal building and it's underground. So they search your car, take $25, spend that 15 hours at the museum.
Yeah.
Like all 15.
Make sure you get all your money, all your money's worth.
I'm about to go back and give me some more Hoppin' John.
You're going to need to take money for food, because I do believe the museum is free. Take a good $30, $40 and eat your heart out, because there is a lot of food.
I think each one of those entrees was $15.
Yeah.
I did meet D. Ray McKinnison, who is one of the you know, on the ground activists for Black Lives Matter. I met him. I told him, like, hey man, I appreciate what you do. That was pretty cool. But like Kirby said, the food, you're not gonna pay to get in there. You pay to park and to eat. But we basically got a sample smorgasbord of all of the food.
Yeah,
that
they said we could get everything. I legit got.
So it's like little small plate portions of all of those foods. So when you go there, you know, it's officially open. You're gonna be able to get the full order of that.
I got everything, and I tried everything.
Yeah, there were
good.
Plates about like this,
about the size of your cell phone.
But then our tray had like 30 of them.
And remember we went up to that one table, like, I got you, baby. Yeah, I know what y'all want. Right. Like, and Doc, she said it was like family. Like, he was like, he already knew.
It
was like a connection. Like, all right, you know what? Cool.
First of all, like, he saw that, like, he was big and I was big. I'm like, I already know what you want, bro.
He's like, I got you, bro.
Say no more. I got you.
But okay, so can we do a tour of the museum here? Yes, we did. We've done the museum twice here. No, we did the DIA here. We have to go back and check out
30 Americans exhibit was
the 30 American at the beginning of this year, right?
Yeah,
that was mad dope.
You may not survive, but you will be in great company at the museum.
Yes, you'll be
you're part of history.
Yeah,
yeah,
you'll be on the wall.
Right.
She ate everything in here. Her heart literally gave out.
Oh my
You
god.
got diabetes.
Diabetes is
Again,
imminent.
again.
Diabetes is in the background, creeping up on you like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Because the cobbler, bro.
No,
the
you
cobbler.
guys-
That
you guys
peach
will,
berry cobbler.
But for those
The
who don't know
college
what we're talking about, who are, people text me saying they posted late. It is called the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington D.C.
DC.
It
is
is
right-
a Smithsonian.
Smithsonian Museum.
It is right by the Washington
Monument.
Monument.
And
It's literally like
it
it's
opens on the
the closest
24th
it's
this
the closest building to Washington Monument.
it looks like it was part of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens on
'Cause
this
it's obelisk,
coming
and then you
Sunday,
got
the
a pyramid.
24th. And if you're in DC, even if you cannot get into the museum, the Roots are playing. Death is playing. The Roots are playing. Death is playing. Isn't it Public Enemy?
Yeah.
It's so
Public
many
Enemy.
people playing on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. If you are in DC, go to the opening events, even though you can't get into the museum unless you want to pay like $100 per ticket, and those are probably sold out too.
Yeah, a lot of the events are free.
A
and,
lot of the events are free.
I think just kind of talking about our favorite things. We might have got about 5 or 10 minutes to split up from each other and see what we could see. So automatically, I went on the sports level, and I think I'm trying to do it in a really quick nutshell. I have to go back, but some of the things that stood out to me were in the basketball section. They talked about how basketball in the 1900s for African Americans was like something to teach them middle class values, and to me, I didn't know how to internalize that. It was kind of mind blowing.
Right, because that's something you don't think of nowadays.
It's like, and even to teach middle class values, it's like, what about world class or what you were already taught in your homes? And I have to educate myself on that more, but just that tidbit of information was very interesting to me. Another one, they had an exhibit called Game Changers, and I mean, just that alone is enough to make you think about the impact that African Americans in sport had then, even today. And I posted earlier on my Instagram a picture of the Jesse Owens statue
Tell them
and
what your
tribute.
Instagram is.
My Instagram is Blair on Air. At Blair on Air at Instagram, and you'll see the picture. That was in the little time I had to explore the museum was my favorite thing. And today I finally posted it because it amazes me that it's sad in a way that we still have that same battle to fight. It's really, really deep, and I'm not gonna take over the show. So that was one of my favorite.
Oh
things.
yeah, was in another day.
The floor is yours.
It's
The floor is
okay.
yours.
And
No, you on the spot now. You gonna talk.
Okay.
You gonna
You gonna talk, Black Rabbit? Right now!
Eat cake.
Right now, anime!
Okay.
And so,
Did we turn off the show?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So
The
let
floor
me
is
tell
good,
y'all
Okay, cool.
how the closer came in clutch. This is my older sister. Her name is Blair.
How about you step up? 'Cause,
Yeah.
last time we had a lot of people that were like, "Oh, Blair,
Blair.
Oh,
You got a
my
fan
gosh.
club.
This
Hi,
is my older
everybody.
sister.
I
This
don't want
is
to be
Blair.
on camera looking crazy, but they did kind of make me, put on a hat and kind of look like a
Floyd,
cool
Floyd
kid.
Mayweather.
Look like a cool kid because I'm really kind of not always.
Shish.
So.
So this girl is dope. She drove 6 hours there and back
Sure
by
did.
herself, and she's a speed demon. They got on me for doing like 10 or 15
No,
over
no,
the
no.
Trying to kill us.
First of
No,
First of all,
Hit a quarter on 80.
first of all, it got to a point where we were on the freeway. I'm asleep. I hear,
because I was reaching over to get
because she
something.
was,
my
You're
bad.
she was driving
profile, by the way.
all, she was driving
Over
all
there.
the
I'm
freeway.
telling
No, that
I'm
guy.
like, so you
You're
want me to take
sleeping.
over?
Yeah.
No, Reggie. Like, I'm sorry for caring about my life.
Remember she like hit that one
Well,
corner and we all
here's
like,
the thing. I don't
She
even
was-
usually cuss, and this is a preview of. It was. You can't even see it. You can't see it, but I texted my father mid drive,
Yeah.
and I said they let Kirby drive.
First of all, then she
she was in the
goes,
back seat. She was in the back seat like talking
Then-
like low like
then Blair goes,
yeah.
what's that? Speed, exit speed is 25. She was doing like 70 though.
You guys,
around the curve.
Have y'all ever crossed y'all fingers? So how are you gonna be raised Christian but cross your fingers at the same time? I didn't know what was going on. Like I was like, the speed limit says 20, and I felt the car like go like this, and it was one of those ones. And immediately I was just like this.
Then
my fingers were crossed, and I was praying.
We mentioned it, and she gets mad at us.
I'm like, sorry that I can fudge about my
because
wife.
y'all not gonna die. I got this.
You were doing something on the ramp though.
I tried to let her, but if I wouldn't have said anything, we were gonna roll over. We were gonna roll.
Absolutely.
It was gonna be over. It was gonna be over.
Keenan, 100%.
It was gonna be over.
Anyway,
You ever had one of the ones like when you sleeping and then you
She's
just
like,
something
but did
happen?
you die though? That's what it felt
Yeah,
like.
but did you die though?
they're all here telling their
Kirby-
story.
Which honestly, go
Kirby's
ahead.
probably the best anti-congestant medicine ever. Because I was a little bit, my nose
Oh, your shit was gone now. You
my
like,
nostrils like, man, I can breathe, bro. Like all of that just completely disappeared because she scared the hell out of me.
Bro,
Yeah.
You did. Like,
Yeah,
and
so
you have to know that, and just to add this, DC turns are very sharp.
yes.
Oh,
very
no.
sharp.
So there's
No.
no such thing as like, I'm just going to veer. No,
No,
you have
no.
to make a left for
Now.
Like-
now.
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. Final thing about the museum for me was called Double Victory, the African American Military Experience, and the curator there was excellent in explaining everything, but and I don't know a whole lot about military history, but when you go, it's so intriguing. And one of the quotes that he read was, we return from fighting, we return fighting. And that was, we return from fighting, we return fighting. And that was W.E.B. Du Bois in 1919.
I love him.
And they had that quote in there, and it just talks about the African Americans, and they all mentioned it earlier about how they were in World War II and many other wars for this country, fighting for this country, yet and still they had to come back to the country that they fought for to fight again.
Yeah, my grandfather fought in a segregated unit.
Yes.
So he was over there fighting for the United States, and he was still not treated equal to somebody that was white.
Yeah, so that was one of the moments for me where I stopped and kind of, Kirby talks about that moment of feeling like something small and you realize everything that's around you. So for me, it was interesting to have that be my moment because I'm not as educated in that area, but that's one of the things that stuck out to me. And you guys definitely have to check out that video. It's not because I did it.
It is because you did.
It's not because I did it. It's actually because of them. And you guys get to see a lot on this show, but it's interesting to go on a road trip with them. And that's kind of what I wanted to make it, like you were on the road trip with them. And you also get the Detroit spin on the museum with all of your Jay Dilla coverage. So you definitely have to watch that on their YouTube.
I feel like if you hang out with us, we might redefine your definition of friendship.
I want to say something about us. Yeah, we're goofy. Yeah, we just got a bunch of. But when it comes down to business, for one, we're educated, and when it's time for business and getting down to the nitty gritty, we can definitely do it.
Ship up, ship out, fly right.
What does that saying say? A wise man can play a fool, but a fool can't play
a wise man.
So I definitely, when it came down to business, everybody put on their boots. Nobody complained. It was time for work, and we got it done.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure.
So shout out to
each and every
this team right here.
Shout out to us.
May this be an example for y'all. If you aren't sure about your team, you need to get.
You definitely need to get your Kirby.
Thank you.
I can't buy these at Walmart or Kroger's or
especially
anywhere.
Especially if you're a basketball
this
player.
Is one of one.
you need a Blair for your basketball player.
This is one of one right here. Yeah. This is one of ones. You're not gonna find another.
I feel like everybody says, I will die for X person. If you're not living for your friends, then you're not living the right kind of life. If they don't make you want to get up and better yourself on a daily basis, those ain't really your friends.
Or tell you that you're drinking too much or eating too much grits. Like You need to put that.
And
plate
you
down.
guys can see them eating stuff on the video too. Yeah, I took it
Yeah,
there.
she put that camera in my face.
I took it there.
I was like, I got like pieces of catfish in my tongue.
It's so worth it, though.
But it was cool. It was good. It was good. So
First of all, these aren't friends.
thank you,
This
Ashley's
is-
Cakes and Bakes. Please
Thank
go
you.
visit Ashley's Cakes and Bakes for
Please
delicious,
bring me Cheerios.
delectable deliciousness.
This is family here, by the way.
100%.
I kind of want to sing like the Golden Girls. song.
We are family.
No, Golden Girls.
I don't have all my sisters
Thank
with me
you
though.
for being a friend.
Hey.
I know the song, by the way.
Travel
Run the world and back again. Your heart is true.
You're a pal and a confidant. But and it'll get through.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah,
And invited
We don't look like-
everyone you knew.
I don't know that part.
You would.
All I know is Blanche was a thought. That's all I know. Blanche was a thought. Yo, she was getting it in with everybody.
Thank you for being free.
Wow, was that a rap? That's a great rap on the.
Shout out to James. Thank you, sir, for the salute. Shout out to
James needs
James.
to get his up here.
Follow when you coming up here, James.
He is a producer. He's a dope producer on top of everything.
Shout out Lauren. Shout out
She
Naima.
said she wasn't.
She
wasn't
was.
a thought.
She was the old thought.
Blanche was a thought, yo.
She was.
She had her legs like this and shit. Like
Blanche-
she was at the kitchen table scrambling
Blanche
eggs
was
between her
your
legs.
single
I'm just
auntie,
saying.
bro.
Yeah.
Blanche was your single auntie that never stopped being single, even though.
He said Blanche could get the D.
I can get the D, the fourth letter of the alphabet. But
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
So James, either you coming up here and we gonna give you a tour of Detroit, or we coming down there. You can give us a tour of Ohio.
She wasn't. She was free.
She
We
was
got
free.
you. We got you.
She should have been charging. She should have been free.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe you need to go down there.
Hey,
go
that
down
could be
there.
our next trip.
Jay.
Jay, you know, bro. So we need record stores and food.
Don't believe when he said that. We need to go down there because I've been
Record
trying to get
stores
him to
and
come
food.
over for 2 years now.
Records. Find
Where
some
is
record
down
stores.
there?
Well, there is no down there is
Yeah.
like country, like
Like
Okay.
Southwest Ohio.
Horseback riding
She
for
was
me
giving out free-
and food.
I'm just going. Never mind. I'm gonna keep
Yep.
it to myself.
Horseback.
But we can go. We can go to
Food.
Lexington. You can go to Lexington or Cincinnati. It's not that
Louisville, as they say.
Louisville.
We
You
gonna
gotta say Louisville.
We gonna get us a Louisville Slugger and get us
Louisville.
some good chicken.
far. I already got a couple.
Go to
of
Nashville, get some hot chicken. Shout out to Nashville, second home.
I'm with we're going wherever because I suffer from wanderlust. So if you tell me to come,
You go down there. You want what you want to do is two things: do nothing and fish. But I enjoy doing
Yes!
nothing.
Right.
yes, because I do
He is
everything here.
He is a fisher. Like that's what.
Let's
he does.
do it.
100%.
Take out 100.
Overdose on Capital?
Yeah,
Wait.
Wait, what?
the overdose capital.
Oh.
I guess they got.
I was like, we want to
they got a-
overdose. Like, that don't sound good.
That sounds too good.
They
The
got
only
a-
thing I want to overdose on is
They got
grits
a bad.
and,
They got a bad
you know,
batch of H down there, dog.
Oh wait, so they just made H illegal in Canada.
They got the HE double hockey sticks down there.
They just made it legal in Canada.
Legal?
Like
Seriously?
legit legal.
Well, so you want to go to Canada? Do H?
Sounds like somebody wants to go to Canada.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Hey,
Random Tuesdays,
Hey.
like the transition from African American history to Canadian H.
That's right.
yeah, like
We do it all.
Because Canadian H is probably like Canadian bacon. It sucks. I'm sorry, Canada, but you know, I'm just saying.
Y'all do make some bomb ginger ale.
Y'all
No.
do make really good stuff. You made
James lives to like. If you want to go down there to like chill, like we probably get like we can go down the river.
So Chicago or Kentucky?
We're gonna flip a coin for that.
We gotta go back to Chicago.
I want to go back to Chicago first because it doesn't snow like it does in Chicago.
So
Like we can go down there. We can go down where
Because
it
they
can
don't
stay.
have snow trucks down south. I live down south, and
Yeah.
you will get trapped. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite places on earth.
Okay.
I remember when I went down there for the first time. I'm like, man, this is gonna be boring. It's like a mining town, so like you go like mountains and trees and nothing but. And I got down there, and you hang out with the mayor. You definitely make it fun.
I'm with it. I'm totally with it. I will bake you cookies.
We got a bunch of cookies, and y'all
Man,
can't have none.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
you, but his
And why no?
his wife makes this dope. I don't even know what it is. It's like a roll. It's like a cheese. Like
He's having a moment.
like a cream cheese roll.
Oh.
He's having a moment.
Jesus.
So yeah, I'm gonna need that cream cheese.
Yeah.
And why though?
That.
They say
And
no.
why? Yeah, definitely. And why?
We need accommodations because y'all city's expensive as hell for no reason.
She might be moving to Jersey.
Jersey.
We'll be in Jersey.
Shout out to my
Jersey.
NYP store. I got a lot of y'all.
I wouldn't mind because that's what I did last. When my cousin got married, we stayed in Jersey and we took an hour.
I've only stayed in New York twice when I've been in New York. Once I stayed in Midtown Manhattan, and the other
did
time
too.
last year I stayed in Brooklyn.
Well, she stays in Manhattan, Harlem, quote unquote.
Shout out to Harlem. You know, we all love. You know,
Shout out
East.
Shout out to Mace and Dipset.
Dipset.
They hate,
Dipset had shit on lock in 03.
they hate me for that. Every time I say that, they hate me.
Big L, rest in peace. Yeah. But
Hey, but Manhattan got a dope ass comic book shop I want to go to again. It's like
so
3 floors.
if we come to New York, you need to give us an itinerary of what
She
to
said
do.
it's H heroin or hemp.
I'm gonna need you.
Whatever you want it to
Whatever
be.
you want it to
In
be.
New York, it might be hemp. Or in other places, it might be something to change your life for real. What up, though?
What it do? Let me see.
Bro, we out on time.
So it looks like we gotta actually get ready to log off because I know y'all probably gotta get up for work.
We at hour and 15.
It's about time to wrap it up because we gotta eat. And I know y'all gotta eat, and we appreciate y'all for spending y'all time with us. We
Hey,
really
DDT,
do. DDT, you came through.
you came
What
through.
up,
We
though?
need to get with you. So
Yes, we do.
Next weekend, after I'm gonna hit you up in a minute. Let me charge
DDT,
my
we
phone.
need to go to a bar and start fighting DDT people with
So-
DJ DDT.
I'm gonna hit you up after I charge my phone, DDT. Thank you for coming and kicking it with us, even though I know you at work. Get that
He's
paper.
he's a long
Appreciate
supporter. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate all of y'all. Every last one
High
of y'all.
five, baby DDT for me.
All of y'all.
You guys, when is the link gonna be up?
The link will be up shortly after we log off and get some food in our stomachs because I'm hungry.
We'll say
and
tomorrow. We'll say
I will
tomorrow.
eat you.
Or
I
tonight.
would
Tomorrow.
say you should
Tonight.
Tomorrow, do you want to do it
What do you
tonight? We
guys
can do
say?
it tonight.
put it up
What?
tonight.
Tonight
Put it
it
up
is.
tonight. It's ready to go. Oh, someone's saying something.
We can sleep with you. Oh.
We can sleep with you like you got a big enough bed, NY?
Brandon,
Oh, I see what you did there.
All right. See,
I mean,
that's the thing about me hanging with them. It's like I have to like
I love
pull
that
them
hat,
back
Blair.
in. Thank you.
No, that's what
all-
they said.
Oh, thank you. That's
I
actually
love the hat too,
that's
but it's
actually
mine,
from
but-
Trill Huxtable over here because I had to look the part today.
Shout out my brother from
By the way,
he
from
put me
Vegas.
together.
Money Team, Michigan, own Mayweather, Grand Rapids.
Gun Roo, as they used to call it.
I'm liking how you just corrected yourself because Pam, you know.
As in,
You know.
You love some KY?
I love,
Oh, wow. Somebody's telling all the secrets on Random Tuesdays.
like I love some KY. Like yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
so,
You guys, while they're eating, I will make sure I load the video. Make sure you go check it out. And
Yes, DDT, there is. You come.
check them out on the road trip to DC as they go visit the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. I am Blair on air, and
This is Blair on here, and
In the
I
house.
am Kelvis Freshly. This is Soul Brother number 1. This is Trill Huxtable 84, and this is Random Tuesdays with our first crew member, Deuces.
say salmon croquettes, y'all.
Salmon
Peace.
Croquettes.
We out.
And y'all don't get none.
None.